Elon Musk's vision for Tesla's humanoid robot has always sounded ambitious, but with Optimus Gen 3, the strategy is becoming clearer and far more global than many expected. While final assembly is set to take place in Tesla's factories in Fremont and Texas, a significant portion of the core components is expected to come from China. That decision alone could determine whether Optimus becomes a luxury curiosity or a genuinely affordable mass-market machine. The reality is simple: building a humanoid robot at scale requires a deeply integrated supply chain. China currently dominates large segments of the global robotics component ecosystem, from precision actuators and harmonic gear systems to sensors, thermal modules, and specialized materials. For Tesla, tapping into that infrastructure is not a compromise of innovation, but a cost and speed advantage. If Optimus were built entirely with US-sourced components, estimates suggest the production cost could skyrocket to levels that would make broad consumer adoption nearly impossible. Optimus Gen 3 is not being positioned as a novelty household robot on day one. Instead, Tesla plans to deploy it first inside its own factories. These environments are controlled, structured, and optimized for repetitive tasks. In this context, the robot does not need to cook dinner or fold laundry. It needs to move materials, assist in assembly, perform inspections, and operate around the clock without fatigue. By embedding Optimus directly into Tesla's manufacturing ecosystem, the company gains two advantages: immediate productivity gains and a massive stream of real-world training data. Musk has indicated that Optimus could initially handle a measurable portion of factory tasks without replacing human workers. The intended model is augmentation, not elimination. Humans supervise, coordinate, and optimize. Robots execute repetitive or physically demanding tasks. As output per worker increases, overall production capacity expands. The economic logic is not fewer people, but more productivity per person. The cost question, however, remains central. Chinese humanoid robots have already entered the market at prices ranging from roughly $6,000 to $13,000, depending on capability. These machines are often smaller, less dexterous, and limited in endurance. Tesla is aiming for something closer to full human-scale performance: near human height, strong load-bearing capacity, advanced hand articulation, and AI-driven autonomy. That inevitably raises the price. Yet Musk's long-term target has hovered around the $20,000 range, a figure that would dramatically undercut many Western robotics efforts while still reflecting far higher capability than entry-level competitors. The reason Chinese sourcing matters so much lies in component density and specialization. A humanoid robot contains dozens of actuators, precision gearboxes, motor drivers, force sensors, cameras, and embedded processors. China currently produces a majority share of the world's humanoid robot components, thanks to years of investment in robotics, automation, and supply chain clustering. By partnering with experienced suppliers for subsystems like thermal management, structural castings, and certain actuator modules, Tesla can focus internal engineering resources on differentiation, AI integration, full-body coordination, and hand dexterity. The hands are arguably the most complex part of the entire system. A truly general-purpose humanoid robot must manipulate objects with fine control. Human hands contain dozens of degrees of freedom and extraordinarily precise force modulation. Replicating that electromechanically is extremely difficult. Tesla has invested heavily in designing high-density actuators, compact gear systems, and sensor-rich fingers capable of nuanced grip control. Achieving this at scale requires not only engineering breakthroughs, but also reliable suppliers capable of producing these components consistently and cheaply. Another crucial element is power. Humanoid robots are energy-intensive machines. Dozens of joints, continuous balance corrections, and onboard AI computation all demand significant electricity. High-energy density battery cells are essential because every gram added increases the energy required for movement. Reports indicate that Optimus Gen 3 will rely on advanced battery cells supplied externally rather than fully produced in-house. High-density chemistry allows longer runtime without making the robot excessively heavy. Early figures suggest operational windows of several hours before recharge, which is sufficient for shift-based deployment in industrial settings. Beyond hardware, Tesla's biggest advantage may lie in AI. Optimus is not being built as a manually programmed machine that relies on rigid scripts. Instead, it leverages neural networks and real-world training approaches derived from Tesla's vehicle autonomy. Programs. The conceptual framework is straightforward. Visual input and sensor data go in. Coordinated control outputs come out. However, unlike a car that primarily steers, accelerates, and brakes, a humanoid robot must coordinate dozens of joints simultaneously while maintaining balance and situational awareness. The ability to learn from demonstration is another key differentiator. Rather than writing thousands of lines of custom code for every task, Tesla envisions a robot that can watch a human perform a job, interpret the visual and contextual information, and translate it into motor actions. That drastically reduces the cost of programming and increases flexibility. In a factory, this means new workflows can be implemented faster. In the long run, it means household deployment becomes more realistic. Scaling production remains one of the greatest challenges. Electric vehicles benefit from decades of automotive supply chains. Humanoid robots do not. Nearly every subsystem must be custom designed and manufactured in large quantities for the first time. Early production phases are likely to be slow and expensive, following the classic S-curve of emerging technologies. Once bottlenecks are resolved and yield rates improve, costs could drop rapidly. Tesla has reportedly prepared Fremont for a significant transition, with older production lines being replaced to make room for Optimus manufacturing. The ambition is not incremental. Musk has spoken about eventually reaching millions of units per year. Whether that target is achieved on schedule is uncertain, but the strategic direction is clear. Treat robots as a mass-produced product, not a boutique research project. Water resistance and durability are also critical. For industrial and eventual home use, Optimus must operate in environments that include moisture, dust, and temperature fluctuations. Earlier versions exposed mechanical joints and sensitive components. Gen 3 is expected to feature more comprehensive protective design, reducing vulnerability to environmental hazards. Without sufficient durability, a $20,000 robot would be too fragile for real-world deployment. So, will Chinese components make Optimus cheaper? Almost certainly in the short to medium term. By leveraging established manufacturing ecosystems for key subsystems, Tesla can reduce production costs and accelerate scaling. The alternative would be building an entirely domestic supply chain from scratch, which would significantly increase costs and delay timelines. However, price is only part of the equation. Capability determines value. A robot that costs slightly more but can operate continuously, learn new tasks autonomously, and integrate seamlessly with AI systems may offer far greater long-term economic return. For factories, that means productivity gains. For households, it could eventually mean assistance with routine chores, elder support, or physically demanding tasks. The broader implication is geopolitical as well as technological. The robotics race is increasingly global. China's manufacturing efficiency and cost advantages are real. Tesla's strategy suggests a pragmatic approach. Compete on intelligence, software, and system integration, while sourcing cost-efficient hardware where it makes economic sense. Over time, automation may even allow robots to assist in building future generations of robots, further driving down costs. Skepticism remains healthy. Mass-producing a humanoid robot at automotive scale has never been done. Technical, logistical, and regulatory hurdles are substantial. But the combination of AI expertise, manufacturing experience, and strategic global sourcing gives Tesla a credible path forward. If Optimus Gen 3 reaches meaningful production volume and approaches the targeted price range, it could mark the beginning of a new consumer category. Not immediately replacing human labor, but augmenting it. Not instantly solving every household task, but steadily expanding its capabilities through learning and software updates. The next few quarters will reveal whether production ramps as projected and whether cost targets remain realistic. For now, one thing is clear. The decision to integrate massive component sourcing from China is not just about price. It is about speed, scale, and positioning in a rapidly intensifying robotics market. If you found this analysis valuable, consider subscribing to the channel for deeper breakdowns on emerging AI and robotics technologies. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Would you buy a humanoid robot at $20,000? And do you think global supply chains will help or hurt innovation in the long run? Share this video with anyone curious about the future of robotics, and stay tuned as we continue tracking the race to build the world's first truly affordable, general-purpose humanoid robot.